I think the News Champions Forum is really important because it responds to the research findings that we have that young people care about the news, and they also feel that they are excluded from the news and that it doesn't cover the issues that matter to them. Our research also finds that young people's voices are not in the news. Only 1% of news stories include young people. So this news forum is really important because it provides an opportunity for young people to talk about the way news does and doesn't serve them, the way they want to see it change, and also is encouraging them to become leaders in their communities, to start new conversations about the future of news.
We're going to talk a little bit about free speech and a free press, but that's already been touched on a bit.
News is important for young Australians because it's how we interact with the world around us and gain a global awareness that's beyond just our school or local community.
In the future, I'd definitely like to see more youth representation in news and matters that concern us, mental health and just the stresses that high schoolers go through.
The media needs to be more diverse and represent more of Australia because I don't really see myself as a non-binary person represented in the media, and I would especially like to see more trans and gender diverse people.
The ABC is very proud to be associated with the News Champions Forum, and what we've seen over the past couple of days is a very bright, engaged group of young people who are ready to go back into their communities and act for the betterment of society. But I think what initiatives like this show is that media literacy education is not just the responsibility of any one individual or any one institution. With the collaboration between the Museum of Australian Democracy, the University of Western Sydney and the Queensland University of Technology, including the ABC, means that we can collaborate and work together as a big group to ensure that young students have the skills, information and research for them to become better media literate citizens.
So here at MOAD we believe that active citizenship is an essential part of democracy, and that we feel that having these young people on board as part of the News Champions Forum is essential to building that voice for the future.
Why is there so much fake news out there? Why isn't it all reliable sources put out in good faith? Why is there incorrect information on the internet?
How do I know that what I'm reading, whether it be online or on television, is real and what they're telling me is actually the truth and not like twisted for their own point of view?
I would like to know how we can trust media when it can be so easily manipulated, and how we can learn which sources there are to trust.
I'd like to see news media change in the future so we can have a really clear differentiation between fake and reliable sources.
Something that I'd like to change is to educate new journalists, like young journalists and reporters, to work around a bias and try to remain as neutral as possible.
We think it's really important that when young people are coming to Google and asking questions, as they do millions of times a day, that they have the tools that they need to critically analyse and understand the perspectives that are being presented to them.
I would like to see more positive news, as the usual negative news can greatly affect youth's health.
I think it's too confronting for younger people who might be oversensitive towards issues, and so that should change.
It's extremely violent and it can be quite intimidating. I have friends who don't want to watch it because it scares them, and they're my age.
I'd like to see it change, making it more accessible, because there's issues around subtitling, inaccurate subtitling.
I would like to see news media diversify including more racially diverse groups of people, also more women in news media.
Look, I think the thing that we've really achieved is that we've brought a group of passionate young people together who are all super interested in news and politics and democracy, and they've had a fantastic opportunity to share their ideas with each other and to think critically about the news. The broader aim for us is to help all young Australians become more media literate. So by bringing this group of young people together, hopefully we've started the national conversation.
I said to be interested in media and news, wanting to keep involved in current affairs.
I said being able to be a representative voice for young Australians interested in news.